Hello, moms, dads, cousins, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, anything else. Anything to beg to that. I am recording this at 1 in the morning. It's 12, it's midnight. It's like 11. Hello, Hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Hello. It's me. I don't know what I'm doing. Hello, moms, dads, uncles, aunts, cousins, brothers, sisters, stepbrothers, stepsisters, stepmoms, stepdads, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the channel. I'm YuGiOh Dad, aka the Dark Magician Master, aka that dad. Today we're doing another opening for Speed Duel decks. This one for Legends of Tomorrow. It's a second set in the Speed Duel deck format. And it's got 3 decks. One for the Ruthless Seto Kaiba, another one for the Tenacious Joey Wheeler, and finally a third deck for the Headstrong My Valentine. Now, once again, these are speed duels, perfect for anyone starting out. So parents, big brothers, everyone who's in quarantine, you know, this is great. You know, if you got younger children, I'd say around like 6, 7, maybe is a good age. Anyway, you guys want to get into a card game that you guys could play over and over. Each game different than the last. You guys could be evenly matched. This is a great game. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels, simple, basic. It was created for returning players. It was created for new players. This is such a great product. I honestly cannot speak highly enough of it. At first, this product was shunned. You know, nobody in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community was buying it. But the more I think about it, the more I realize this is so great for parents. Especially for parents. This was made for parents, for big brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles. Everyone who wants to play a game with a little kid, this was made for you. This is our product, guys. This is our time. Quarantine. We're in here with our kids. We're staying home. We're bored out of our minds. Right? So, let's give it a chance. Let's find something new. So yeah, Speed Duels, deck opening, let's go, let's get it. Hope you guys are ready for it.
You think I've got it all, everyone thinks I've got it made well. How come my only friends are the ones I pay?
Okay, so this is the Duelist of Tomorrow Speed Duel starter decks. And as you can see, you know, Kaiba, Joey, Mai, 3 decks. And let's get to it. Oh, by the way, I'm using this background. It's from an older set called Joey's World. It's a legendary collection. It's filled with a bunch of booster cards. Anyway, this is I chose this because it's got one of Mai's cards, the Heartbeat Phoenix formation, I think is what it's called. I just thought it fit since there's a Mai deck in here, and honestly, Mai is my favorite deck out of this set. So yeah. Anyway, let's open this bad boy up. Alright, so the first thing that we notice when we open these is obviously the duel mats. You know, we get the cards, but not only that, but every single deck comes in its own little packaging. As you can see, they all come in their own personal little packaging. You know, it's got a deck list in the back, you know, the design in the front. You know, we have our Joey, our Kaiba, our Mai. Yeah, let's actually start with these. So this is Champion's Vigilance. It's a counter trap card, and it reads: if you control a level 7 or higher normal monster, when a monster would be summoned or a spell or trap card is activated, negate the summon or activation, and if you do, destroy the card. So it's a pretty good counter trap, you know, just to make sure that your opponent can't do much. Fusion Gate. This one is primarily for the Joey deck. It's a really nice card. I hope you could see it. It's really hard to see it. Anyway, it's a magic card. It's a field spell card that reads: while this card is on the field, a turn player can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from their extra deck by banishing fusion material listed on it from their hand or field. So this is a pretty good card to fuse monsters with. And this one, which is meant for the Mai deck, Amazonas Village, it is also a field spell card. And it reads, all Amazoness monsters gain 200 attack. Once per turn, when an Amazoness monster is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Amazoness monster from the deck with a level less than or equal to that Amazoness monster in the graveyard. So yeah, pretty cool card. And yeah, let's move on to our decks. Let's start with Kaiba.
After this, you'll realize just how much better I am than you!
It really sucks because these aren't really meant to like last. Really cool though. They're really dope. So we start with skill cards, you know. Our first one is Peak Performance. It says all Dragon, Wind Beast, and Thunder monsters on the field gain 200 attack defense. Pretty basic. You know, next one, Beat Down. If you control a level 5 or higher monster, you can activate this skill. All monsters you currently control gain 300 attack for each level 5 or higher monster you control. At the end of your turn, flip this card over. So, you know, it's pretty good for this deck, you know. It's exactly what it implies, a beatdown. You have strong cards, let's power up your cards even more. Third skill card, Dragon Caller. Once per duel, you can use one of the following skills. If you successfully normal summon Lord of D and add one Flute of Summoning Dragon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Reveal the Flute of Summoning Dragon from your hand, then add one Lord of D from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So yeah, pretty good. You know, it's pretty much meant to summon your dragon or other monsters. Alright, here we go. Kaiba's main monster card, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature and lived to tell the tale. It is Kaiba's favorite monster. It is the strongest normal monster in the game, actually, with 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense. So yeah, I don't have to say how good that card is. Battle Ox. Attack 1,700, defense 1,000, and you get 2 of those, of course. Another one you get 2 of, Ryukishin Powered. Attack 1,600, defense 1,200, again you get 2 of those. Luster Dragon number 2, attack 2,400, defense 1,400. And here we go, moving on to our effect monsters. Lord of D. Neither player can target dragon monsters on the field with target effects. So yeah, meant to, you know, protect your dragons, which this deck mostly is. And there's, you get 2 of them, so that's cool. Twin-Headed Behemoth. This one was actually in the first Kaiba starter deck when the game first started back so many long years ago. And it reads, during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field and sent there this turn, you can special summon this card, but its attack and defense become 1,000. You can only use this effect of Twin-Headed Behemoth once per duel. So yeah, it's early recursion, pretty solid, good card. Alright, moving on. Tyrant Dragon. Its effect is, during your battle phase, if your opponent controls a monster after this card's first attack, this card can make a second attack. Negate any trap effects that target this card on the field, and if you do, destroy that trap. This card cannot be special summoned from the graveyard unless you tribute one dragon monster. So yeah, another strong dragon. Spirit Ryu. During your battle step, if this card battles, quick effect, you can discard one dragon monster to the graveyard. This card gains 1,000 attack and defense until the end of the battle phase. And the card inspired by Seto Kaiba himself, Kaiba Man. You contribute this card, special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. So yeah, the easiest way to get your Blue Eyes out in monster form. Alright, here we go for our spells. The Flute of Summoning Dragon. Special summon up to 2 dragon monsters from your hand. Lord of D must be on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. So yeah, this is perfect for speed duels because you only have 3 monster zones. So one is for your Lord of D, and this one special summons 2 other dragon monsters. So perfect for this format. Stamping Destruction. If you control a dragon monster, target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to its controller. Again, you're going to have a lot of dragons, so this is actually really good removal for this deck. Cost Down. Discard one card. For the rest of this turn, reduce the levels of all monsters in your hand by 2, even after they are summoned. So yeah, this is a good way to summon a Blue Eyes with less sacrifices, or any dragon in this deck for that matter. Summon them, less sacrifices, or none depending on how many stars they have. But yeah, good card. Burst Stream of Destruction. If you control Blue Eyes White Dragon, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Blue Eyes White Dragon you control cannot attack the turn you activate this card. So yeah, have a Blue Eyes and you get to destroy other monsters. Pretty solid. Mountain. Pretty much the same as Peak Performance, so it's really weird that we have this card. But it reads, all dragons, winged beasts, and thunder monsters on the field gain 200 attack and defense. Once again, it's really weird that they have this when you also have Peak Performance, because it is, if you can see, the exact same card. So why they have this in this, I don't know, beats me, it's very confusing. Finally, our traps. Interdimensional Matter Transporter. Target one face-up monster you control. Banish that target until the end phase. Dragon's Rebirth. Target one dragon monster you control. Banish that target, and if you do, special summon one dragon monster from your hand or graveyard. Again, banishing with this deck. Okay, I don't know where that came from, but that's cool. You get to special summon a dragon monster from your deck, so that's at least pretty cool. Alright, a counter trap. Trap Jammer. When your opponent activates a trap card during the battle phase, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Wow, okay. That's our Kaiba deck. We got some dragons, we got some dragon support, Blue Eye support, and overall pretty powerful beatdown deck. So yeah, moving on to our Joey deck next. Here we go.
I'll show you what it takes to be a true duelist. You're gonna see what Joey Wheeler's all about.
Alright, so here we go, our Joey Wheeler deck with the cover card, Red Eyes Black Dragon, no surprise there. Alright, let's get right into this. Ooh. Again, these boxes are really dope. I can't get enough of them. Alright, that's it. Alright, starting off with our skill cards, Grit. At the start of your turn, call 2 numbers and roll 6-sided die. If you roll a number you called, your life points do not get lower than 1 until the end of your opponent's next turn. This skill can only be used once per duel. Wow, okay, so pretty much if you're about to lose the duel, this is the card you play. So yeah, pretty good card, pretty Joey card. Alright, Last Gamble. At the start of the 5th turn, activate this skill, count both players' turns. During your main phase, you can reduce your life points to 100 and discard 2 cards from your hand. Roll 6-sided die and draw cards equal to the result. This skill can only be used once per duel. So a big theme with Joey in the anime and in the decks, it's very chance based. So these skill cards really put that front and center. Here we go. Palominization. Palomization. There we go. Alright, during your turn, you can reveal one normal monster in your hand. This turn, that monster can substitute for any one fusion monster. If you do, the other fusion materials must be correct ones. This skill can only be used once per duel. Wow, okay, so, big thing about this deck, this is actually the only deck in the Speed Duels format that has fusion monsters. So that's pretty interesting, pretty cool. Alright, here we go, our normal monsters. Red Eyes Black Dragon. A ferocious dragon with a deadly attack. Attack 2400, not that strong. Defense 200. This is actually, believe it or not, I love this card more than I love the Blue Eyes. I don't know why, I know it's weaker, but personally, I just love how it looks. Meteor Dragon. Attack 1800, defense 2000. Flame Manipulator. Attack 900, defense 1000. Masaki the Legendary Swordman. Attack 1100, defense 1100. Alligator Sword. Attack 1500, defense 1200. Baby Dragon. Attack 1200, defense 700. And here we go, our effects. Time Wizard, the card that Yugi gave Joey. at the very start of Duelist Kingdom in the anime. Good times, good times. Once per turn, you toss a coin and call it. If you call it right, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. If you call it wrong, destroy as many monsters you control as possible. And if you do, take damage equal to half the total attack those destroyed monsters had while face up on the field. Once again, chance. That's what this Joey deck is all about. Chance, luck. In the anime, Joey did this all the time. He used this. I think it only went bad for him once. So yeah, it's 50-50, so you're going to call it wrong at least half of the time. Little Wingard. Once per turn during your end phase, you can change the battle position of this card. Alright, so, I don't see the advantage of that. But, it's an effect. Copycat. I actually really love this card. If this card is summoned, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. This card's attack and defense becomes equal to that monster's original attack and defense. Like I said, this is one of my favorite cards in the game just because it's a monster that's as strong as your opponent's monster. So you guys could crash into that monster, and that's really fun. Gear Fury, their Iron Knight. If either player equips an equip card to this card, destroy that equip card. Attack 1800, defense 1600. Alright, so pretty short list it feels for monsters. Moving on to our magic cards, you get 2 copies of Polymerization. This is your fusion card. It just fuses monsters together. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials. So yeah, Polymerization, a staple in most decks. Stray Lamb. Special summon 2 lamb tokens in defense position. You cannot summon other monsters the turn you activate this card, but you can set. Stray Lambs. Legendary Sword. Equip only to a warrior monster. It gains 300 attack and defense. Equip card. Sogen. It's a field spell. All warrior and beast warrior monsters on the field gain 200 attack. Dice Foon, another luck card. Roll a 6-sided die and apply the result. 2, 3, or 4, destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. 5, destroy 2 spell or trap cards on the field. 1 or 6, you take 1,000 damage. So that's like a 33% chance that, you lose 1,000 life points. But, that's like a 66% chance that you get to hurt your opponent in some way. Once again, a chance card, perfect for this deck. Graceful Dice, another dice card. Roll a 6-sided die. All monsters you currently control gain attack and defense equal to the result times 100 until the end of this turn. So yeah. And moving on to our traps and another dice card, Skull Dice. Roll a 6-sided die. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose attack and defense equal to the result times 100 until the end of this turn. So yeah, dice cards, it's one of Joey's things. This is great. Kunai with Chain. Activate one or both of these effects simultaneously. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster. Change that target to defense position. Target one face-up monster you control. Equip this card to that target. It gains 500. So yeah, another one of Joey's staples. This is a great card. Not much more to say about it. Red Eye Spirit. Target one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. So yeah, I love this card. Not much to say. And here we go, our extra deck. Like I said, Joey is the only one out of the speed duel decks that has an extra deck. So this is pretty important. Our first one is one of Joey's favorite monsters, Flame Swordsman. Its attack is 1800 and its defense is 1600. It is made with your Flame Manipulator and your Masaki the Legendary Swordsman. Thousand Dragon. It's a monster that's made with Time Wizard and Baby Dragon. Its attack is 2400. Its defense are 2000. Same stats as the Red Eyes Black Dragon. And our third and final extra deck monster, Alligator Sword Dragon. It's made with the baby dragon and the alligator sword. This card can attack your opponent directly if the only face-up monsters they control are earth, water, or fire. Its attack is 1700 and its defense is 1500. So that's pretty much it for our Joey deck. As you can see, it's a lot of warrior monsters, a lot of beasts, you know, your red eyes, a lot of fusions, and a lot of luck. So yeah, I really like this deck, and I hope you guys do too. Next, we're moving on to our My Valentine deck, so stay tuned for that.
Is this the best you can do? Prepare to lose.
Alright, here we go. Finally, our My Valentine's deck. This deck actually has Harpy Ladies and Amazoness monsters. So yeah, really excited about this one. I think it might actually be my favorite deck on this set. So here we go. Starting with our skill cards, Aroma Strategy. You may look at the top card of your deck at any time. Wow. So this is pretty much the ability that Mai tricked everyone in Duelist Kingdom into believing that she has. So it's actually pretty cool that this is a skill card. Flight of the Harpies. If you lose 1800 or more life points, you can activate this skill during your next draw phase. During your draw phase, you may search your deck for a Harpy card, reveal it to your opponent, and add it to your hand instead of drawing. If you do that, flip this card over. Tribal Synergy. If you have an Amazoness monster and a Harpy monster in your hand, reveal them and draw one card. If you control an Amazoness monster and a Harpy monster, draw 2 cards. Each of these skills can only be used once per duel. So yeah, 2 archetypes live in this deck, so I guess this pretty much, like the name suggests, gives them synergy. Our monsters, there are no normal monsters in this deck. That's crazy. Alright. Harpy Lady 1. This card's name is always treated as Harpy Lady. All wind monsters gain 300 attack. Attack 1300, defense 1400. Harpy Lady 2. This card's name is always treated as Harpy Lady. Negate the effects of flip monsters this card destroys by battle. Attack 1300, defense 1400. Harpy Lady 3. This card's name is always treated as Harpy Lady. An opponent's monster that battles this card cannot declare an attack during your opponent's next 2 turns. Attack 1300, defense 1400. Alright, those are your Harpies. Harpy Lady Sisters. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be summoned with Elegant Egotist. Attack 1950, defense 2100. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite cards to use in Duelist Kingdom. So this is fun to have here. Amazoness Chainmaster. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 1500 life points. Look at your opponent's hand, then add 1 monster from their hand to your hand. Steal a card from your opponent. Attack 1500, defense 1300. It's really cool that these Amazoness are in this deck because these cards didn't debut in Mai's deck until Duelist Kingdom, so it's really cool that they're in here. Amazoness Swordswoman. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving this card instead. Attack 1500, defense 1600. Amazoness Sage. At the end of the damage step, if this card attacked and is still on the field, target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. Destroy that target. Attack 1400, defense 700. Birdface. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Harpy Lady from your deck to your hand. Attack 1600, defense 1600. And you get 2 of those, so that's cool. Sonic Shooter. If there are no cards in your opponent's spell or trap card zone, this card can attack your opponent directly. If it does, the battle damage inflicted to your opponent is the original attack of this card. So yeah, pretty cool card. Elegant Egotist. If Harpy Lady is on the field, special summon 1 Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters from your hand or deck. This is how you summon the sisters, and you get 2 of those. Triangle Ecstasy Spark. Until the end of this turn, the attack of all Harpy Lady Sisters currently on the field becomes 2700. Your opponent cannot activate any trap cards. Also negate all your opponent's trap effects on the field. So yeah, powering up your Harpy Lady Sisters, that's cool. Cyber Shield, equipped to Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters, it gains 500 attack. Here's a field spell, Harpy's Hunting Ground. All winged beast monsters gain 200 attack. If any Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters is normal summon or special summon, the player who conducted the summon targets one spell or trap card on the field. That player destroys that target. Amazoness Heirloom. It's an equip card, and it says, equip only to an Amazoness monster. Once per turn, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle. After damage calculation, if the equipped monster attacks a monster, destroy the attacked monster. So yeah, pretty cool. Our trap cards. Amazoness Archers. When an opponent declares an attack, while you control an Amazoness monster, change all monsters your opponent currently controls to face-up attack position. Flip effects are not activated. They lose 500 attack. Also, they must attack this turn if able. Windstorm of Etika. Change the battle positions of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Shadow Eyes. This is one of my classic cards from the anime. When a monster is set on your opponent's field, target one of those set monsters. Change that set monster to face-up attack position. Flip effects are not activated. So a lot of these cards, I notice, actually mention flip effects and them not being activated. So that's actually pretty cool. And our final card, Wild Tornado. Target one face-up card in the spell and trap zone. Destroy that face-up card. Then its controller can set one spell or trap card from their hand. If this set card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target one face-up card on the field. Destroy that target. So yeah, pretty cool card. And that's it for the My deck. That's it for the Speed Duel decks. Duelists of tomorrow. Hope you guys like it. I would really recommend that you guys pick up this set and play with your friends, your kids, your brothers, your sisters, whatever it is. Play with this deck. It's a lot of fun. And hope you guys like the video.
Virtual systems ready. Gotta find a way just to play just a little game. Got a compulsion, wanna be a champion. Gotta feel a heart, gotta be smart, play the card. Gotta get inside the mind of my counterpart.
Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel. I'm the YuGiOh Dad, aka the Dark Magician Master, aka that dad. What the hell? Okay, come here. Come here. Alright,